This is the new Toyota Supra. It's been gone from the US since 1998 and it's back. This is the GS Racing Concept. And here's what we know. This was just unveiled in Geneva a couple of hours ago. I'm Eric and this is RevMatchTV. I'm going to be doing a live stream on the Supra tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific. If you want to tune in for that, just hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. So I'm traveling right now and I don't have good lighting inside where I am, so I thought I'd bring you out to a forest in Canada so we can talk about the Supra. It is from GS Racing, which is Toyota's racing division. Funny name, I know. And if you don't remember, the Supra competed in IMSA in the 90s. It also competed at Le Mans a couple of times. So it's interesting that this is a racing concept car, and I'm wondering if Toyota is actually going to get back to this type of racing. That would be pretty exciting. Now, the previous generation competed in IMSA, Le Mans, and the All Japan GT or Super GT, taking 4 class championships. Now, as you probably know, this car was developed in conjunction with BMW, and BMW has got the Z4, which actually they just announced they're going to be releasing that as a standalone event before the Paris Auto Show, which is on October 4th, so look for that sometime pretty soon too. Now, if you watch the entire video, I'm going to be comparing the design elements of this racing concept with the production car, so stick around for that. Now, what absolutely is confirmed is going to be front-engine rear-wheel drive. This car has got some BBS racing wheels. It's got Brembo brakes in there, telling us that the suspension is OEM, but it is lowered. Now, this being a racing concept, most of the body panels are composite. The hood, the bumpers, the side skirts, all of this is composite. I don't think that's going to make it into the production car. Now, I met Tada at an event a couple months ago, and I asked him, where is this car positioned in the Toyota lineup? And he said it's a halo car. And I asked him, what's the target? And he said, Porsche. So I decided to look at the specs of the 718 Cayman Boxster combo, and they're actually quite similar. So both are 172 inches long. The Cayman is 71 inches wide, and this GS Racing Concept is 81 inches wide. I think if you take those huge fenders off, we're talking about essentially the same dimensions. Now, the weight, we don't exactly know. The Cayman is a little over 3,000 pounds at 3,084, I think. There's a rumor that the Supra is going to come in a little below 3,300, but it's still a rumor at this point, so we don't exactly have the right numbers. But clearly, it looks like Toyota is actually going to try to compete with the Cayman or the Cayman S. Now, what does this 90 on the side mean? Well, the last generation, the Mark IV, was the A80 body, and so this is obviously going to be the A90. Now, looking at the design elements, I'm seeing a lot of heritage here. It does definitely look a little bit like the Mark IV, I can see some of that, but it also looks a lot like the 2000 GT, which was Toyota's first real sports car. So let's talk about the powertrain. What do we know about it? Unfortunately, we don't know a whole lot, but we do know that this has been developed jointly with BMW. And so BMW has got the B58, the straight 6 engine. I don't know what Toyota's going to do, but it seems likely that that could be the powertrain in this car. BMW also is known to use the ZF 8-speed automatic transmission. There's a lot of rumors floating around that it's not going to have a manual. This racing concept doesn't have a manual. It's a possibility for the transmission as well. I think this design concept is really beautiful. It really has a lot of elements from the FT1 concept car. Oh my God, it's snowing. So let's go talk about what I think of the design elements. You can see at the rear we've got these taillights, which I'm pretty sure are going to be production, and the rear spoiler lip, which is integrated into what appears to be the hatch. The fenders, where they meet the rear roof line or the side of the car, definitely got a pretty sharp angle, so that definitely shows how aggressive it is. Here on the racing, the GS Racing Concept, we've got this huge diffuser in the back. Obviously, that's not going to make it into production, but the exhaust is in the middle, and I'm thinking that's probably going to make it to the production car as well. The panels on this racing concept car are composite, and that's obviously not going to make it into the production car. But what this points to is that the aftermarket can take this concept and probably pretty quickly turn these into something aftermarket, some sort of rocket bunny type of body panels. That would be pretty nice. That would be interesting. Overall, I think you can see some of the original Toyota sports car here, the 2000 GT. Look at those little triangular, the rear window over here. Just the overall flow and shape of the thing harkens back to it. And it's definitely got a little bit of the Mark IV as well. So you can see the heritage and the lineage in this car. This is quite modern looking, and I think as a concept, this thing looks stunning. I think it's fabulous. In the interior, you can see it's got 3 pedals, and I was thinking for a second, man, that's exciting, but then you get up to the steering wheel and it's pretty clear that it's got paddle shifters. There's no manual transmission in this racing concept. I don't think it's really going to make it into the production car either. Now, what we're dealing with here is obviously a very stripped down interior. It's a lot of carbon fiber. The steering wheel is carbon fiber. It's got all the interesting bits on it. It's got an OMP racing seat, and you can see the lines from the interior. You can see the dash in this concept is kind of flocked. I'm not sure that the dash lines are going to make it into the final production model, but I'm willing to bet that they are. And you've got the center console, which is carbon fiber here. And I'm also wondering if this is going to make it into the production car as well, at least the lines of that. Looks pretty compact. Looks pretty nice to me. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern, 10 p.m. Pacific, I'm going to be doing a live stream. We're going to be talking about this car, so tune in, come back for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video, and I'm going to go inside because it started to freaking snow here.